Peace, peace, family. I think I got it corrected right now. So I hope y'all back. I think I got it right now. I don't know what was happening with my Wi-Fi or my Facebook or my whatever, but Mercury Rx wouldn't let me be great just now. So I'll just say welcome back to Elevated Reflections. Finally, I do apologize for the delay here. So, welcome back to Elevated Reflections. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Share this video, like this video. It looks like I can't share my own video, so I'm gonna go ahead and get my Kai here. Let's see if she can send the videos here. All right, so how y'all doing today? Tonight's episode is going to be about self-love, the ins and outs, the frequency, the feeling, the emotion, the impact that it has made on my life, so many women's lives, so many people, period, because self-love is not just for women, contrary to what some people believe. Self-love is necessary for mental, emotional, and even physical clarity and balance. So self-love is essential to survival, period. So we're going to be talking about that. And then there was this beautiful, beautiful challenge that I participated in last week that we're going to talk about. We're going to have the beautiful KaiyoteMoon here. And I'm going to call her in just a second, actually, and get her here to speak about our experience with that. We did have Shankana coming from naturally, God is natural healing. However, she had some last minute things come up, so she will not be joining us tonight. But I just want to let y'all know those things and kind of catch y'all up a little bit. Oh, yeah. If y'all wondering about these bundles, of course, KASH hair. I only have 2 bundles in my head right now because I just was going for like a lighter look because I know I get hot quick or whatever. But when I like it to be full, I do have 3 bundles of this hair. But I absolutely love it. Super, super silky quality. It hasn't shedded not one time. Not yet since I put it in. It don't tangle up. I just love it. So yeah. Make sure you shop KASH hair and use my code Asia10. And then I have some other announcements for y'all that we can just announce at the end of the show. So let me just go ahead and jump right in it and add Call Kai here for you guys. Oh, it's letting me share my video now, so let me share to y'all before I call Kai. And then y'all will be here with me and y'all won't miss her while we get her interview going. So let me go ahead and share this video before I call Kai, because it wasn't allowing me to share this video before y'all. So just give me a second, bear with me. I do apologize. Hello, peace, and love to whoever just came in. Peace and love, y'all. Since I'm inviting, I can't really see who it is, but I'll be back in a second. Okay, whatever. That's enough inviting for now. So let me go ahead and add my Kai here. All right. All right. Hi.
Hey, sis.
I absolutely love you so much.
I love you too.
How are you?
I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
You
Facebook
look
was not
good.
great. Then paired it with Mercury Rx, I was just all over the place trying to get us on just now. So
Man, I know. I was trying to watch a live video right before yours, and everybody was commenting, but I wasn't seeing or hearing shit. So I'm like,
I
what
don't
are
see
y'all
nothing.
talking about?
I don't see nothing. Like, I see people liking our video, but I don't see nobody viewing. I don't see the comments. Like,
Really?
I
I
don't
can
really
see
know
it.
what's going on. So I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I'm not ignoring y'all. I swear. I don't see nothing. Like, I don't know if it's Facebook or what. So at least I'm here now. So
Yeah.
I want to go ahead and get right into this. So, KaiyoteMoon, I want to give you a moment to just introduce yourself and your brand and what you do. I want you to tell us about yourself. I talk a lot, so I'm going to keep talking. Hi. Hi, Didi.
Okay, so you can't see the comments?
Yes, I see it now.
Okay, good. Okay, so hello everyone. I'm KaiyoteMoon. I am owner and creator of KaiyoteMoon Tarot and Intuitive Readings. I've been doing tarot for about 2.5 years now. I read tarot cards, oracle cards. I am a Kundalini Reiki practitioner, and also an energy healer. So that is how Asia and I connected, is through our understanding of energy and the law of attraction, and that's why we are together now.
We attracted each other, is what she's
Yeah,
trying
we
to say.
did.
So, now let's get into this I am challenge. I want you to tell us a little bit about what is the challenge and what was it about. I really didn't give much of a description of it when I did the description of the video, because I wanted to let you tell them a little bit more about, what went into it and how you felt it. What was your intention behind the manifestation of this challenge?
Okay. Well, the I Am Challenge was a 7-day self-awareness and celebration that I created and hosted with myself, Asia, and five other
Five.
individuals. There we go. 5 other individuals. And the intent behind it was to change the identifiers that we use when we talk about ourselves. And it came to me out of a meditation that I had about a week prior to us, well, actually 2 weeks prior to us starting it. Pisces season was really, really rough for me. And I found that during Pisces season, like, I was saying a lot of negative things to myself. Like, I was talking down on myself, doubting who I was as a friend, as a lover, as a healer. Like, everything that I knew to be true about myself just seemed really irrelevant and like false.
Yeah, especially around Pisces season.
Yes, man. Like, Pisces season is always rough, and I guess it's because, it's technically the real end of the year.
Yeah.
And you're focusing on, like, I guess you feel that energy, like a new year is coming, so you really got to get yourself together. And I didn't feel like I had myself together. Like, I felt like I didn't do anything in the year leading up to that, which was completely false, because
Right. Super
made
false.
yeah, right. I've made major strides within the last year, but I couldn't see any of that. So I was meditating and I was asking myself, well, what can I do to bring myself out of this energy, because I don't like it anymore. And
Right.
when I came out of the meditation, the first thing that came to my mind was, you should host a challenge. Because I had been trying to think of ways that I could introduce myself to everyone in a way that didn't involve my tarot cards, because everybody just knows that I read tarot cards, but I don't talk much about the things that go on with me emotionally or in my healing journey. And I had started feeling like, well, I want people to really just see me and see that I have regular problems just like everybody else. Like, Just because
Right.
I read tarot doesn't mean I'm perfect or I'm healed. Like, we all have a process to go through.
And
So,
you know what? Go ahead.
oh,
I
no,
was just gonna say, you know what? Just, I was saying that to someone maybe a few days ago. I feel like that because I know that as healers or as people who understand energy, or those people who have been chosen to, share our experience or share our knowledge with everyone around, I feel like that, yes, we are held to a higher pedestal, but it also, I want people to not idolize us or like put us up in a place where they put like their deities and they like kind of expect us to be, perfect, or like, it's almost as if we're still not human. Like we're still like, I'm 25 years old. Like people expect me to
yeah,
not have jokes or to not, it's like everything on my page has to be serious or it has to be
hmm,
spiritual. Gonna be because I'm 25 and I was a person before I learned what I learned, and I'm
right,
still have that person inside of me. Like it doesn't go away. You don't replace yourself with the new way of life. Like you just elevate who you are. So
hmm,
you're not essentially replacing your personality. You're elevating that personality and sending to a higher level of that same self. So
right,
it's like I'm still a person, y'all. Like I'm still gonna be like goofy, and I still want to twerk sometimes, and I still want to yell, and I still want to, you know what I mean? Like it's not,
yeah,
it's not gonna be like y'all. I don't want to go to the party too. Like sometimes I do. Like I don't like
mhm,
maybe the same kind of parties y'all do, but I like gatherings. I like to be around my friends physically and feeling their energy. So it's not like I'm a hermit. I'm not a hermit all the time, just sometimes.
right. People forget that although we are spiritual, we are spirits living a human experience.
Human
So there
experience.
has to be balance between those two things. You have to have your spiritual aspects and you have to have your human aspects. And from your human aspects, you elevate within yourself spiritually. Um, and I believe yesterday I was watching Huey on one of his channelings, and he had mentioned how we have to recognize that the reason why we are chosen as healers is because we have gone through things. And sometimes as healers, we go through things the worst or the most. And it's not because we're being punished or anything like that. It's because we need to go through these things so that we can connect with people and tell them how they can get through it as well.
Right.
Like he brought up,
Especially like it's like you said, you like being the example, because it's kind of like people are watching us, and if we were the type of people who were like super perfect and live perfect lives, how would you be able to relate to us and say that? Or if we're telling you, you know what I'm saying, you can get from this lowest level that you feel like you're in life, or you can get from this lowest level of pain to where I'm telling you that I am, if I have never experienced pain.
mhm.
I can't relate to you. And more than likely, you're not going to be able to connect with me if that was the case.
Right. And that's part of the reason why I wanted to do the I Am Challenge for myself is because, all I really post is my tarot. And I'll have a lot of people coming to me saying, Kai, how do I do this? Or how do I do that? Or how did you get here? And there's a part of me that does not want to divulge, like, okay, well, I've been through a lot of shit, like I have. But I realized, like, okay, Kai, that's why you've been through those things, so that you can tell people, like, hey, like, my life has not always been perfect. It's far from perfect. And I needed to do it for myself also because I do have a tendency to only want to focus on what is my lighter aspects, because it's hard for me to accept my shadow self as part of me. So the I Am Challenge came from that, because I know if I was feeling that way, then there had to be other people who were feeling the same way as well. Because we don't often like for anyone to point out, like, well, you're not everything that you say you are. Like, you still have parts of you that aren't as pretty as everyone thinks that they are, or what we would call pretty. um
Right.
so when I came up with the I Am Challenge, I knew that I didn't want to do it by myself. I've been trying to get out of thinking that I got to do everything by myself. So I brought you on, and the 5 other individuals, because when I go on my timeline on Facebook or Instagram, the people that I see bringing the most light were you guys and a few other individuals, but you guys are my tribe. And it's like, okay, well, who better to represent what it is I'm trying to express than the people who I see bringing light onto my page. And, you know, we're all starting our own businesses. We all have our different aspects that we are reflecting into the world. So it's like, okay, well, this is a good opportunity for us to show people like, yeah, you know, you are looking to us for guidance, but look to us for guidance through, you know, what we are coming from, not where we are right now, because
right
there were
now.
steps before this that led us to where we were, well, where we are. So once you guys decided to come on board, like I was lit. I was super
And then it
excited.
just happened to fall in so alignment with you saying, okay, we're gonna do the 7 days. You had the 7 people, you had the 7 giveaways, we had the 7 winners. It was just so in alignment, and it kind of just felt like a domino effect. As soon as you was like, I think it was like 2 days before, you know, you actually told me that you're gonna make the group is when you asked me about it, and then 2 days later we had the group on Facebook, and then like the next week you were promoting, and I was like, look at that! It's just like boom,
Yeah,
boom, boom,
I
like.
was on it.
So I knew it was
Absolutely.
going to be as lit as it was. So like, how do you feel now? Or I guess like after feeling how much support and how many actual active challengers that did the challenge with us?
Mhm. Well, the first day of the challenge was the most surprising to me, because we had promoted it for about a week before we started. And I had noticed that within that week, like more people were starting to repost the flyer. But once we actually started and I started seeing some of the things that people were um, speaking on and the level of transparency just within the first day, it blew my mind. I'm not even going to
Yeah,
lie.
so
Because I know that even though we were all doing this together, we were all basically strangers to one another. And to
right.
put yourself out there to this group of people, and then also for, you know, people on Instagram and Facebook to click this hashtag and see.
I
um,
really was I felt like I wanted to just appreciate or like thank everyone who did do the challenge, because that is a big thing to be vulnerable in front of so many people, to be on a social media platform, to put out certain things about yourself or certain vulnerabilities about yourself or things about yourself you so called may have not liked in the past, or things that people have may have, you know, talked about you or picked at you about in the past, and you put that on Front Street. I feel like that is like the most brave thing that you can possibly do, because
right.
that's something that I have anxiety about. Like I can't, not even I can't. Okay, in the past I couldn't. You know what I'm saying? I had issues with trying to be in front of the camera or like in the limelight or like things like that, because I always thought about, or it was always a attention anxiety about what is it that they're thinking while they're seeing me. Like I would be shaking, like literally, you know, shaking and sweating because I cannot do it. Like I remember doing a fashion show in Charleston, y'all, about 2 years ago. I think it was in 2016, or it might have been even last year. But did the fashion show in Charleston. It was a really successful fashion show thrown by this girl named Carol J. It was called the 10 Days of Women, and it was successful. And my line was popping, and it was lots of, you know, great things going on. And y'all, at the end of, you know how at the end of fashion collections they called out the designer to come out. I didn't go out. They called my name like 3 times, bro. I just did not come out from backstage. My collection went out again, but I did not go out there.
You didn't go out at all?
I did not go out there, so they did not see the
Asia.
face of the designer, so they couldn't even walk up to me and knew that I made the clothes, because I just couldn't do it. And like, imagine how many opportunities that I could have missed out on, or probably did miss out on that day, just because I could not go out there.
Right.
So it was like I really have been working hard as hell on my throat chakra and trying to be, you know, okay doing this. This is my 7th video, so I feel very, very proud of myself. But people have to know that Kai is a very, very, very um I guess, you know, essential part of my journey, essential part of it. You know, my tribe is a part of why I can continuously take those strides forward, because I have these women in my ear, like a 7, you know, who are like, Asia, no, you're gonna do it because it's no nothing to fear. You know, I have them to always remind me, like, no, We're not going back to that. We're moving forward now. So it's like I felt like in this challenge, our tribe or our tribalship was extended to
Mm-hmm.
like bounds of women who don't know us whatsoever. So even if it was just for a week, they had a tribe of their own.
Right. Oh man, there's so many levels to how this expanded. It seemed like once, everything got out the gate on the first day and everybody kind of got their jitters out, after that, like the levels and the deepness that people were willing to expose and the different ways that they came up with doing so, like making videos, um,
Girl,
collages, poems, just in-depth details and stories about things that they had experienced in their childhood or in relationships that they probably hadn't even had the courage to admit had happened to them. I'm not even gonna lie, like at least 3 or 4 out of the days that we did this challenge, I was just reading everybody's stuff and just crying because
I knew you were gonna
I
say
could
that.
feel I could feel the amount of release that was happening and like the lightness that everyone was experiencing. And the whole time I'm just like, yo, like I gotta give everybody something. Like I want to give everybody something for doing this challenge because I know how
Right,
it
Anisha.
was for me. It did become easier. It's like I wanted to, and that's how I feel now after the challenge. I feel like, okay, well, I've opened up now. Like, okay,
Your
I just want to keep
cartwheel and
talking.
round off new
Um,
work though.
yeah, like I'm pumped up now. Like, okay, let me tell you this about myself. Let me tell you that. But as we went further into the challenge, I realized, okay, well, we're telling all of these things, we're speaking on them, we're letting them go, and we're releasing. Imagine what's going to come into us now that we're doing all of this. Like you're releasing all of these things and you're creating
To make
room. So
room.
yeah, like you're making room for things to manifest or for you to get the love that you've been trying to receive, but you couldn't let go. Like it's
You ain't
just,
have no space because that bitterness was taking up
yeah.
the space. So now
Hmm.
that you letting that shit out, you clearing up all this space for this green heart chakra to glow.
Right.
And it's like it feels wonderful. It almost feels warm sometimes. Like I feel like sometimes literally my chest is warm, like when I'm happy. So it's like you start to literally physically feel. I mean, I specifically feel physically, emotionally, spiritually, emotionally. I feel it on so many levels in a way that, I can, vividly explain to you that there are different feelings for each version, but it's the same experience, but I just have a different feeling on the emotional side versus the physical side versus the mental side versus the spiritual. And it's like we learned so much from each other, like just to see, like you said, so many people put themselves out there like that. Like
Hmm.
I just felt like that was everything to me. Beyond the fact of you healing yourself with the I am and instilling a new mindset about yourself to yourself, you're also doing it with someone who you don't know whatsoever. So your accountability partners are like a network,
Hmm.
literally. Like we created the WWW, the World Wide Web with ourselves, the Worldwide Women Web. Like I don't know, but it
Yeah.
was connected, and it was just like I don't need to know you to just be there for you in order to read the struggle a little bit and give you some love or some encouragement off of what you said. I don't need to know who you are. I just need to give you that love.
Hmm. And that's how it should be. Like I noticed around the last few days of the challenge, people were just joining in just because they wanted to join in. Like some people only did like a day here or a day there, but
Stay there.
did the days
So
that they
then it
felt
became
cool
just
to do.
about a giveaway.
Yeah. That it became more so about just, I want to get this out there. I want to celebrate myself. Like this is an opportunity for me to just put myself out there. Um, but the reading each other's comments and
Hi,
going back and
Michelle. Hi,
forth
Cardi
and
Guy.
hi. Oh, Patrick, I saw your comment about my cartwheel needing work. No, sir. No, sir. Um, but
Yes, Misha.
it's
Ashe.
creating this network, um, and seeing that, everybody was really excited about it. Everybody was really pumped up about it. It was truly a blessing. It was way
Right.
more than I could have expected it to be. And I know for me, like emotionally and mentally, it has opened the door for way more healing to happen. Um, like the conversations that I'm willing to have now and the level of transparency that I'm willing to allow into my life has definitely increased since the I Am Challenge. So I'm grateful to Spirit for putting it on my mind, and I'm grateful to everyone who participated, who shared, who hosted. Like, it was a beautiful experience. It was so much love, and I love love. I do.
Like, yeah, it really was like all in the fields. Like, it really did get us there because, yeah, we started like with the intent to like, I think that some people, I think, started on the level with just like, yeah, these are some new affirmations for me to implement. But it's like, it became so much deeper than that. What's the next journaling challenge? We're going to have to
Yeah.
see, Carly, because, Jasmine did the journaling challenge. She's the one that's good for giving us prompts to write about.
Mm-hmm.
Jasmine of Soul Divinity.
Yeah, and I might
Jasmine
want
Martin. Y'all make sure
to
go follow her too. Thanks.
hit up Quinn Barber. I know that she will definitely be working on something soon involving journaling because writing is definitely her aspect as well. Um,
Okay, cool.
the girls and I, well, we all have been talking about a new challenge to
Right.
possibly do in May. I don't want to say too much about it because we
Hey,
haven't really
Jasmine.
solidified anything. Hi, Jasmine. But it's definitely inspired us all to do another challenge very soon. And yeah,
We got this hard. We're gonna start doing something a little bit more because I was thinking that as well because I need prompts for my journal. So I was gonna get with Jazz and probably do something. Or now that I know Quinn does it, I'll probably
oh yeah,
get
she
for
would
him
love
to do
to.
something because I need to have prompts for Nyla. And I actually bought Nyla a gratitude journal, you guys, and it's so
Oh.
freaking cute. It has like in it like it says like today I am grateful for and today I will do. And
Mhm.
has like little like gift little receipts and she can fill out the receipts and give them to people. Like this is good for one
Oh,
second. It's
so
really cute. Like
cute.
it's a really cute little journal. And it was like a $5 in Michael's Girl. So I was real hyped. So she been like filling out her little questions, in it every day. So it has like her little prompts. So she been actually journaling. I think it's cute. I just like, oh my God.
That's adorable. Yeah, man, I'm definitely down for prompts. I just got back into writing. I've been writing poems since we started the I Am Challenge, so I'm definitely down for some writing challenges for the month. But
Right.
yeah, um, I'm grateful. I am. I'm very grateful. It's opened up a lot of opportunities for people to get to know me on a different level. And it was very much needed. I needed to show you guys more of who I am, and that even though I don't admit it, there are things that go on behind the scenes that I often need help with, or, I just need to put out there just to release. So it's helped me, and it's helped a lot of people in the aftermath of me being willing to help myself. So I'm grateful. I am.
And then we had our 7 beautiful winners. So do you know who everyone picked? Did we get that list or because I can check
Um,
the list.
I remember Nicole Scott, Janelle Simpson. Um, I can't remember if this is her actual name, but I think it's Okani. Um, who else was it? Oh, Olivia, my girlfriend. Can't forget that.
Yes. Mama
I had
O
to tell her
definitely
like I had
won.
nothing to do with that. I had nothing to do with
And
that.
I was thinking to myself, I knew she was gonna say you had something to do with this. Like,
Yeah,
Kai,
she
she
did.
probably at home thinking that she only won because it's Kai's challenge, but she don't know that
No.
we all picked our own winners.
Yeah, I had to tell her like
All
I didn't
chose
pick
our own
you.
winners out of so Kai did not do that. We didn't.
I
We
did
told
not.
each other our winners after we chose them. So
Mhm.
she didn't do it. Our
I
puppy.
did. Thank you. I did not do it. Had nothing to do. But I was so excited that she won because that's bae.
Right, and because she deserved it, because she
She
definitely
did, bruh. When I saw
got very
picture.
vulnerable and sensitive.
Oh man, that lady. Oh, she took me. She does.
So that
I
was
can't
3, right?
remember. Janelle, Nicole, Okani, Olivia,
All of those
and
4.
yeah, and then there were 3 more. I can't remember the other three's names.
My winner's name started with a V, but I don't want to say it wrong, so I hope I wasn't saying it wrong. Okay, so her Instagram name is what I'll tell you. Her Instagram name was I am Amina 24. So that
Oh,
was my winner.
Amina, yes, Amina.
Yeah, she was so beautiful, and her like I think that she also did like only a few days, so I don't think that she did it on purpose. Like she did them all eventually, you know what I'm saying? But she started late, is what I mean. So the fact that she, you know, caught up with us, even though she started late to me, I felt like that was a little bit of dedication. But I don't know, her energy was just fiery, and it just kind of caught up with me. Like it was just like,
Yeah, Amina and I have actually started connecting outside of social media ever since the challenge. She is very, very fiery. She's an Aquarius, but I believe she has some type of fire moon somewhere because
yo,
that lady is feisty. um,
Electric
um,
Soul.
um,
Did you
yeah,
say that?
Electric. I didn't say her. Oh, and Wonder
Tiffany?
Woman. Tiffany, I don't believe Tiffany won, but Tiffany did give us a really great shout out after
Oh, Wonder
the
Woman. I
challenge.
do see that one.
Um,
Yeah, so that's right.
Janelle's, I love Janelle's. She came in, I want to say the second to last day of the challenge, and hers, she did like little montages for all 7 of hers, and I think she did
Right.
all of them in one day. She did all of hers in one day. That was Quinn's pick. Janelle was Quinn's pick, and I picked Nicole Scott, and I picked her because a lot of her responses to the challenge were like really, really deep emotional wounds that I could
Really,
tell she hadn't really like shared too much with people. Like out of everyone that we picked, like everyone did an amazingly beautiful job, and I'm so grateful. But hers spoke to me the most because I know how hard it is to tell people like the darker things that have happened to you or that you've had to get over. And I feel like all 7 of hers were things that she had buried deep down and was just like, gave herself the opportunity to be brave and say, well, fuck it. Like, I'm just going to say this and acknowledge that I'm still here after all of these things.
and that's what I appreciate about this challenge. Like, look at that. It's like that. That is healing. That has to be like the greatest release.
Because a lot of the things like, okay, one of the things that I shared in the I Am Challenge was my struggle with body dysmorphia. And only a few of my friends, I can count on one hand how many of the people that I've met in my life have known about me and how I feel about my body. So bringing that up and sharing it, and not only sharing it, but like making a video of my baby pudge. And I know it doesn't seem like that much to other people, but for me, like that was difficult as fuck because I walk around with my stomach sucked in all day, like not even consciously doing it because I'm so used to trying to avoid having any type of pudge. So to put that out there for me was just like, bruh, what the
Peace.
fuck?
Y'all share this video for us.
So for her, for some of them, well, all of them, to go even deeper than that and talk about, being called like horrible names or going through like things with failed pregnancies and just things that really leave like deep emotional wounds on you, to just say, okay, well, I'm going to take that band-aid off and I'm going to, allow everyone to pour love and healing into that wound. It's just like, damn, y'all are really brave. Like really brave. And then I see now like the difference in their posts from before they started the challenge to now. Like everybody's just out there and all loud and proud, like, hey, like this is me. Let me continue to show y'all who I am. And it's beautiful. It is like you can see the boost in confidence.
This is what it is, basically.
It's a big boost in confidence. Like, and the whole intention was for everyone to just accept yourself as you are, because you can celebrate who you are as you are and have every right to do so. It doesn't matter what's happened to you in the past. Like, you are still a loved human being and a loved spirit through all of those things. Like, they don't make you any less than who you know yourself to be.
Right.
So I give several kudos, hand claps, and pats on the
Crazy.
back to everyone. Yeah, to everyone who did it. Everybody.
I feel like the challenge not only inspired exactly what you wanted it to do, but it transcended beyond anything that we could have imagined it would be for people.
Mm-hmm.
So I appreciate being a part of that, and I'm grateful, and I give much gratitude to you and your creative mind for creating this for us and for, allowing me to be a part like that. It was just like an amazing thing to be able to share, or an amazing experience to be able to share with people, and to be always be able to say or remember, like, this is what I did. I
Mm-hmm.
inspired, or I helped to inspire such and such amount of women to, like, literally heal and love themselves, like, even if it was just for 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
I the part, or the small tiny impacts that I have on people are what impact my life the most. Like, even when it's just like, I'll have a friend, or like a few weeks ago I had this girl, Brittany, actually a friend of mine who I used to work with, and she used to be my assistant like 4 years ago, maybe 2, 3 years ago. And she actually made like a quote, like, how they have those like white background quotes or whatever. She made a quote or something, and I said to her like 2 years ago, and posted it on her page, and it just made me feel like I can remember so many people, her also be always telling me, like, I always remember, I hear you talking in my head when I'm in down, or when I'm in certain,
Mm-hmm.
I hear you talking in my head. And that right there makes me feel like amazing. Like, just to know that sometimes I feel like they don't be hearing me. Like, I feel like I'm the aggravating friend. Like, like, just, sometimes your friends feel like you're preaching at them sometimes. But I don't care if you feel like I'm preaching at you, because I want you to just hear me. Like, I know that you're not going to always take my advice. I just want you to hear me. As long as you heard me, it's all that matters. And they might not acknowledge that they heard me right then, but when they come back later on, it just makes me feel like I like appreciate that you were actually listening.
Mm-hmm. It's humbling and also surreal when people come back to me and tell me, like, okay, well, I remember on this live when you said this, and I took that and I applied it, and now this is happening in my life. Or I, like,
Right.
Nisha, whenever I go live, Nisha is there. And even though she tells me that she's going to be there every time I do a live, every time I see her, it's just like, bruh, like, clearly, Kai, you're doing something right for you to have this type of impact on someone, for them to just automatically want to hear what you have to say. And coming from someone who grew up feeling like nobody wanted to hear me, it's, I'm going to
I
start
just said
crying.
that exact same sentence to
It's
someone.
just, it feels good. It does. It really does feel good. It makes me want to talk more. And I have been. I went from doing videos once. It's welcomed, and not only is it welcomed, like, people are
I'm so sorry,
actually
y'all.
um taking this, and it's making a difference. I'm planting seeds, and it's not because I'm intentionally trying to make a difference. I just want to share with people that life can be as beautiful as you want it to be. Oh, I love you too, Nisha. I do. I do. um so I'm grateful for my gifts. I'm grateful to Spirit for placing these things on my heart, because if it wasn't for Spirit, I wouldn't be here. And if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here, because I do what I'm called to do because there's a need for it. So if there was no need, there would be no Kai.
Right. And then there would be no KaiyoteMoon, and then I would have never met you, and
I
then it
know.
would just be like, what? Like, what is happening?
I don't
Like,
want to know. I don't want to know what it would be like. I really don't.
I don't want to know, y'all. Like, you don't understand, y'all. Like, most, a matter of fact, not even most, all of my tribe, all of the women in my tribe right now to this day were brought to me in a situation that was meant to harm us.
Mm-hmm. Oh
And
yeah.
here we are.
You know what was going on in my life when we met. Like, it was
Like there
not
was
great.
so much going on at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was meant to harm us, and here we are.
Yeah,
So,
man.
you know,
So
it's
happy
just
and shit.
like y'all don't really even understand how much like, and this is the thing, one thing I do want to say also, like everybody want to be spiritual and everybody want to be like a certain way. Everybody want to experience certain things, but they don't want the things that they consider scary that come with it.
Oh, bruh, you gotta go through that. I spent the
You know
last
what I
year
mean? Like
by
they
myself
don't, everybody
looking
wants to
at
be like
myself.
intuitive. They want to be like, oh, I read minds. You want to be like, oh, I speak to dead people. But at the same time, you don't want
That's just
you don't want the undead to be standing next to your bed because you're scary.
bruh, like hearing people whispering in your ear,
Your
singing
ear,
songs in your ear and shit. Like,
okay. You don't want Ishu just walking up next to you while you at the crossroads thinking that you finna give him an offering and he done sent some old man to physically stand next to you and scare the shit out you. And you think
mhm.
that he's just standing there. No, he's there to
Yeah,
test
this
you
is
because
not all peaches and cream and tarot cards and
like
oh, you
it's
know,
really
like
not. It's not like rah rah. Let me like it's not. It's not. So it's like it's the shadow work, and the reason that I call it shadow work, I don't know what everybody considers to be shadow work, but what I consider to be shadow work is working on your lower dimensional emotions, like the things that you have buried within yourself, within the shadows of who you are. That's what I consider shadow work. So working on those things and addressing those things, bring those things to the forefront, so that you can transcend and elevate from those things. So that's what I consider shadow work. So what I want to say is basically that people want to skip the shadow work. They think that that is something that, can be like bypassed or like, I don't even know. Like you can't, it's no fast forward. There's no cheat
there
codes
is
to
no fast forward.
spirituality. Like there's no
And
way for you to like fast forward yourself through it. I don't know. Like it doesn't
if
work like that.
you avoid your shadow work, it will come to you and smack you literally in the face.
In the
Like I got
face.
thrown into my shadow self. Like before I was Kai, as I was learning who Kai was, at the very like brink of me diving into myself spiritually, I was going through some of the most trifling shit I've ever experienced in my entire life. And it was all a reflection of the deep things that I did not want to acknowledge about myself. Because in my mind I'm so perfect, like I'm so light, like I don't do anything, everybody does everything to me. And
And
then I
that is
look
not
at my
true.
environment and there were so many situations that I had created just because I didn't want to admit that I had power in it. Bruh, like I never ever thought I could be so trifling, but I was. I was in
Right. Like when you
extremely
realize
trifling
you're perfect, that's the
situations.
part where you're like, damn, do I really want to say this out loud? Do I really want to admit to
Yeah,
people
like damn,
that
is
I'm
that really
trifling? Because you
me?
need
Am
to,
I
like,
really
you don't even
capable
have
of
to
these
admit to
things?
people unless you were trifling to a specific person. But you
Mhm.
need to relate, you need to at least acknowledge and hold yourself accountable in order
Yeah.
to heal from the situation. You cannot move forward saying that you learned a lesson from the past situation if you're making the same decisions. That means that you did not learn the lesson. So that means that you still feel like somebody did something to you instead of you went through this situation to grow and learn through, X, Y, and Z. And I learned X, Y, and Z. No, because you got back in the same situation. Let me tell you how that the way that you can realize if you have addressed the shadow work is if you keep going through the same situation or you feel like, how you be in those cycles where you like, oh, like for example, like somebody who feels like they keep getting a low end job where they're living check to check and they'll get a new one and then it still ends up to be a check to check job and then they get a new one and it's still a check to check job. It's
Mhm.
like that because you continuously go into those situations with the same exact mindset and you do the same exact thing. So you didn't learn the damn lesson. You
Same
couldn't.
thing with the relationships. Like you keep wondering why you're attracting people who don't want to who don't want to be
What
faithful
you
to
want.
you or who don't want to respect you. Well, when you get met with these situations in your friendships, in your jobs, in your family, when people disrespect you, what do you
Right,
do?
but like
How do you respond to it? Are you setting your limits? Are you setting your boundaries? Because if you're not, you're gonna continue to get met with that because it's a reflection of what you do not want to address within yourself. So when you
right.
are met with these situations, you'll know when you have grown if you react differently. If you
Right.
react differently and you stop and you tell yourself, okay, I've been here before, this is familiar. How do I avoid this going in the same direction? Do I go left or do I go right? When you choose to go right, that's when you know you've grown. That's when you know you've transcended that cycle and it's not going to happen again. Every time you choose to go right, you end that cycle and you open up a new vortex for you to step into something that is truly meant for you.
Right.
That's what I've been doing for the last year. Like, the universe snatched everybody out of my life and said, nope, you don't deserve this, Kai. You need to see yourself. You need to see yourself now. And you can't come out of it until you truly accept who you are. So
And that's
now I'm
truly the
attracting my
conclusion.
tribe. Yeah, now I'm attracting my tribe. Now I'm attracting my friends, the job that I want, and the life that I want,
Right, the
because
life that I want. Everything is kind of just dropping in my lap and manifesting exactly the way I want it to be because I've put in that work and I continue to put in that work. Just because we've gotten to a certain level, you guys feel like that we may be at a certain level that may be above you. It doesn't mean that our work stops or that our healing stops or that our shadow work stops because we constantly have to do that shadow work. It does not stop for us just because we are at the point where we can help others. We got to keep doing it. I cannot help you if I'm not at my best self. So sometimes y'all do see me take a hiatus, or sometimes I am not on Facebook, or sometimes I can't do this weekly because I run 3 brands and I have
self-care
twins
and
and I
self-care.
have a job and I run 3 brands and 2 of my brands take physical labor, to one of them more than the rest. But the point is that I have to be able to take care of my own energy and give myself that self-love and self-care and able to give you guys my best self. If I can't give you my best self, I could just be giving you inaccuracies.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, I go on so many hiatuses. People just think, oh well, Kai just be ghosting people. I'm not ghosting. I just know that if you approach me and you need something from me, I'm not going to be able to give you what you need. So I need to go and be by myself. I need to figure out why I
Michelle, the
feel the
only
way
ones
that I
you with right
feel,
now.
and then I'll come back. And trust me, you'll appreciate me so much more if I take my distance now rather than me try and give you something and it's half-assed, because we do energy work.
We're
Energy work.
not
So
gonna
this
have
is an
ask no energy work.
exchange.
That's crazy, y'all. Like we
Hmm.
cannot. I would not ever do that. And I know that there are people who are constantly such and such and constantly and constantly. Okay, but I'm not those people. And maybe that's something that they do. That's maybe the only thing they do. And hopefully, or not even hopefully, one day soon, I will be at the point where that is all that I do. But right now, I'm not at that point. So I have other things, other obligations, and children, other brands, and other things that I have to do, as well as try to get sleep in between all of that. So it's
Hmm.
like I have to take care of myself. And so sometimes y'all won't see me. I ain't missing nothing. Y'all ain't missing nothing. Nothing is happening. Matter of fact, let me let y'all know, since I am so busy, you guys, guess what? So I got a freaking assistant, you guys.
You got a what?
A freaking assistant.
Did you?
Yes.
Yes,
So I
sis.
did. I
Yeah.
posted. I made a post. I said I was expanding my team. I am still looking for a photographer who does graphic design and video editing, and I'm looking for a social media branding ambassador. But I did get my assistant, and she is wonderful, you guys. Like wonderful. Her name is Tykeyah Dory, and you guys can follow her. Matter of fact, she actually made a new Facebook specifically for you guys to be able to inbox her because I know a lot of y'all don't check y'all emails, and I like to do scheduling through emails. So she's trying to accommodate y'all. So you better follow her because that's who you're gonna be able to talk to because I work 10-hour shifts now and sometimes I'm not available. So it's not that, oh, on Friday through Monday, Asia is she's ignoring you, or even though you see me on Facebook to check something 10 minutes ago, I'm ignoring you. It's no, I work a call center job, and even though I work from home, I can't be on the phone trying to check your Facebook message. So you're going to have to hit up Tykeyah, please, and thank you, so that you will get the quality of service that I would be able to give if I didn't have to be at a job. Okay? Thanks. Oh yeah,
Congratulations.
and she's my assistants for every brand. So, anything that has to do with beautiful elevation orders, ancestral legacy orders, being on the Elevated Reflection show. If you guys want to be featured, y'all got a topic y'all want to talk about, y'all can email me your topic suggestions or anything y'all want to talk about. Like y'all need to know that this is an interactive show, and I want to always incorporate what you guys would like to hear. So if y'all got something y'all want to talk about, something y'all want to address that you feel like needs to be addressed, we will. Just let me know. Just hit me up in the inbox. I don't know, like send me an email to elevatoreflections@gmail.com and let us know what you want to talk about. Let us know what it is that you would like us to discuss. If there is something that you specifically feel like we need to heal, you feel like we need to create a new challenge, just like Kari Dad was saying, send us an email and say we would like to do a challenge on the show. And I will do a live every day, even if it's a live for, 5 or 10 minutes just to check in for the challenge. If that's what y'all want to do, we can do that. But I need y'all to let me know. So just be a little bit more interactive. Like I said, y'all, we were supposed to have Shekinah from the Goddess Natural Healing here, but she had some stuff come up, so that's why y'all don't see her here. For everybody who just got here,
it's just me.
we do have Kai Luna. She has been a wonderful, wonderful guest here. So I'm really excited to have her here, and I actually don't want her to leave. Hey, Heather. Hello. How are you? Melody and Michelle are having a staring contest in a comment.
So I don't talk about this often. I need to talk about it now. Asia, you already know.
Okay.
I am a Kundalini Reiki practitioner, and I have not been putting anything in the shop because I wanted to take more time to focus on my own healing, and then also to learn how to trust that even though I'm not directly touching someone, because a lot of my connection to people is being able to touch things, which is why I love tarot cards so much. So I'm opening the shop for Reiki healing sessions. I'll be adding those to the shop tomorrow. And then I also have a podcast coming. So you guys will be hearing my voice on Facebook, Instagram, and on YouTube very, very soon. So be on the lookout for that. I'm excited about that because doing tarot readings has really shown me that I like to talk.
Let us know.
So yeah, be on the lookout for that.
Definitely. And I actually did also add Reiki to my shop as well. So I want to try to know that I actually do the Kundalini Reiki as well as the Diamond Reiki. And Kai, speaking of Reiki, I'm going to have to text you about that so we can talk about that later because I want to know, what's happening there.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking about that yesterday. Oh, man.
I was supposed to text you about it 2 days ago. Inside joke. I'm sorry. Inside. But back to the actual physical. We do have a lot of beautiful things coming up for you guys for the show itself. But like I said, the biggest thing is I want you guys to know that this is a very interactive show. So I want y'all to start letting me know more about what y'all want to hear, what y'all want to talk about, what y'all want to do. I was a little late. I'm glad to be here with y'all. It's been a minute, but y'all have given us ideas. That's all. Yeah, Michelle. I'm so happy to hear you here as well, because like you said, I haven't seen you in a while, so I'm glad to know that you're okay. The energy has been amazing for the last few days. Y'all, I don't know if y'all have seen or felt the uprising of energy, but I oh yeah, my new schedule for readings, because I was about to say I am open for readings tonight. I am for the rest of the night. Once we get off live, but I was gonna say that my schedule as far as scheduling readings go, physical or video readings, would be that you would have to book on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. So I am not available for physical readings or video readings on Friday through Monday, only Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So if you're booking email readings, that's fine. You book them. They don't really have to have a schedule because I send them out as soon as I can. However, things that we both have to be physically present for, clearly we have to physically schedule so that our schedules coincide with each other's. So those have to be on my off days, you guys. So I just want to let you guys know that. I want to let you guys know that Beautiful Elevation has some really, really, really dope things coming. Oh my God, you guys. I just want to let y'all know that in the future, I'm going to dress shamans. And the shamans are going to be so fly.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to put that out there, let y'all know ahead of time.
Yes, sis, yes.
But we're gonna wrap up our show for tonight because I just got taking up all her time, even though I could take up all her time for the rest of the night. But I know she probably got a life and she got a love, so you know she probably really do got a life. But we definitely enjoyed you guys. I appreciate everybody who came through. I appreciate everybody who shared our video. I appreciate everybody who participated in our challenge.
Yes,
I appreciate
thank
everybody
you.
who listens to my Kai and shares our videos and our posts and just, you know, even referrals to your friends, like everything, like everybody who just vibed with us, like y'all kind of just accept us
Yes,
for who
thank
we are.
you.
And for that, I appreciate
I
you
love
guys.
it. I love it. I do. Thank you, guys.
And then with that being said, good night, peace.
Peace.